Happy New Year, Bully.
I wish it was a Happy New Year. Like, if that's how our football's going to carry on, like, it's not going to look good for us at all, especially after the way we played last week. Walcott was again like he was at Wigan. He stood there holding his hand. He didn't make a move at all. He did nothing whatsoever. 85, 90,000 pound a week. I'd give him £9 a week. That's about all he's worth. Like, I'm disabled and I'd move around more than he would. I'd do in my bed more than that.
Bakary Sagna today looked like he was out last night.
Well, I think they was all down the brass houses in Southampton, like, because none of them had any energy. Like, I thought you weren't supposed to do things like that the night before, but it looked like they was all spent.
What do we do? Who do we bring in? January transfer window is now open, of course. Who do you think we need to bring in to strengthen the team? Because obviously 2 games in a row, it just showed really the squad's a bit light.
I don't think it actually makes any difference who we bring in. Arsenal just end up changing them back to like how they are now. Gervinho, he might as well not come back from Africa Cup of Nations because he jumps away from the ball instead of actually do anything. Like, none of them, like I said on Saturday, it's their attitude and their application, and that was lacking totally today from a lot of players.
So disappointing, really. Apart, as you was going to just say, apart from Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, apart from Jack Wilshere, he tried, but you can't have one player carrying the whole team. Like, again, we let so many crosses come in, didn't tackle, we stood there and literally watched them play and like, oh, it's only Southampton, they're in the bottom 3, all we got to do is walk over that white line and like we can beat them. And we then stood off and watched them play, and then they just hammered us. Like, and we was lucky that they scored a goal for us. Because
lucky to get a point, really, weren't we?
Yeah, because we didn't create anything at all. I don't think we actually made the keeper make a save. Right, nothing at all there today.
And obviously Sunday now, Swansea away, FA Cup. That's going to be a difficult game because they'll be well up for it, and probably there'll be a lot of changes in our team.
Well, I don't know. Like, we need to get some of the fans out on the pitch, like show some passion and some pride in the badge and the club, because like, it was lacking on there today. I don't know whether Sagna's on his way out, like whether he's got the ump because he's not on the calendar, so he's not bothering to play. Theo, if he wants to get some more money and wants to go elsewhere, then he's got to show that he can do that. Nobody will want to buy him on that.
Is this the sort of game when you watch a game like this, you think to yourself, you know what, it would be a good idea to bring back Thierry Henry, because he would lift those players? I mean, they couldn't play like that with him there, surely.
Well, so what, we just have Jack and Thierry like being the only 2 carrying the team? Right.
No, I'm just saying characters. There seems to be a lack of characters out there today. Apart from Jack Wilshere, you know, there was a lack of fight, like you said. And is Thierry Henry, someone like him coming in, would he give us that, you know, that oomph where, you know, the players wouldn't be able to perform that badly around him?
He might do, but then if he shouts at any of the players, Arsene will probably give him a clip round the ear hole for shouting at the rest of the players. Like, because Arsene doesn't like it. Like, he was sat down on his backside for most of the game. Like, they're quite happy, like, oh yeah, all we got to do is plod along, we'll soon get 3rd anyway, like, and that's it. And like I said last week, if they actually challenged and tried, we stood off of Southampton today totally. We let them play, move around, and thought, oh, we'll get the ball and we'll do it, like, no problem. And it was absolutely dog.
Well, after the euphoria of Saturday, Happy New Year anyway.
Happy New Year.
We're fans. It happens, innit?
Well, I did say we wouldn't win anything for 10 years, but I'm still here every game, right? It's just a pity the players don't turn up for most of them.
Sign the thing, sign the contract. Theo, don't forget to sign your contract.
Cheers, Theo. Thanks very much.
Guys, do not push!
There are kids at the front.
Today, I know you're always very optimistic.
I'm always optimistic.
But today they were poor, weren't they?
Yeah, we were poor. We didn't really play well, and Southampton played well. And to be honest, they should have won. But the thing is, they didn't. I mean, yeah, Bully's right. We stood off them, but we could have lost. There's times when we played better than that and lost. So at the end of the day, we got to take the positive. I mean, it wasn't the same against Newcastle. But having said that, though, that was an open game. You attack, we attack. You score, we score. But Newcastle are not in the same bracket as Southampton, where they're fighting for their lives, and it's always going to be difficult to come to St Mary's. I thought Southampton played well. Hopefully they didn't surprise us, because we should have been ready for them. But you know, it's disappointing. But you know, I mean, Theo was incredible when he scored his hat-trick against Newcastle, and we played well. But it's always going to happen. You're always going to take a dip. But to me, the way the game went, if we knew it would have gone, and we got a point, I suppose we would have been happy. So I suppose we would be happy, because I was sure Southampton fans will be kicking themselves, thinking it was never a better chance to beat us. So you know, that's how it goes.
Wojciech Szczesny today kept us in it.
I think for me, I mean, if it wasn't for him, 3 points are out the bag. I mean, we didn't work the goalkeeper, and that's not the first time. I can point out 2 other games, Norwich and Villa. So,
he's got to rush off and get his coach.
Cool, man. He's rushing to get his coach, man. I understand that. Wojciech today, I mean, if it wasn't for certain goalkeepers, certain games, I don't even know where we'd have been. You know, you look at, like I said, Norwich and Villa. Didn't work the goalkeeper. Today, didn't work the goalkeeper. That's not Arsenal. And that's the bit that started to frustrate me.
And who do we bring in? It's the January transfer window's open now. Do we need to bring someone in?
No, because first half against Newcastle, we didn't really work the goalkeeper. Yeah, Theo scored. But did he really get worked? No. You moved the ball quicker. There's more intensity. And in a game like Newcastle, maybe they could do it because we had such a break. But fair enough, we only had a 2 days break. Forget today's game, right? It's done. When we go to Swansea, I want a goalkeeper work from minute 1. I want a goalkeeper being worked like we always do as an Arsenal Football Club. Not what I saw today, where people are knocking it side to side. I'm not going to knock the players because they gave 100% effort, but some people need to start going in behind. Like Walcott, what he does is amazing. He can't do it on his own. He can't move on his own. If he moves, someone's going to drop into his space, and that's not happening for me.
Kieran!
Yes, boy. Come on.
Two pictures there,
Kieran, could you sign? Cheers, Kieran.
Kieran, tell him to sign the thing.
Oh yes, Kieran Gibbs.
Kieran!
Yes!
Thank you very much.
Kieran! Thank you all!
No reaction.
Arsenal Fan TV, we're still outside St Mary's. Disappointing, guys?
Disappointing, not enough space created for Arsenal, not enough chances. Keeper wasn't worked. Disappointing all round, but a draw is better than a loss, and we've got to move on to the next game at Swansea.
Is this a good point though? I mean, we beat them 6-1 at home. I mean, they're near the bottom of the table. I know there's no easy Premier League game. They're fighting for their lives, but is this a good point, really?
To be honest, it was the first game of the season, well, first game of the year for 2013. I wasn't going to be surprised if we was going to lose, because it's a smaller team, and their manager, if they turn around and said, just make this an effort, make them get Southampton to win just for this game, blah blah, so on and so forth. Arsenal played absolutely well. We played cushy tonight, but we just didn't play well enough. We deserved it, but so did they. We can't fault them at all.
They give 100%, and that's all you can ask for.
What about Bakary Sagna tonight? Usually I love Bakary Sagna, but tonight
he had a stodgy game on Saturday against Newcastle, Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was. Yeah.
Seems like a long time ago now.
Yeah. I think, well, I mean, he's out of contract. I think it's the end of next year. and I think it makes way for Carl Jenkinson, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go. I think Carl Jenkinson, when he filled in for Sagna, played incredible. He was up and down that wing, you know, and he was giving support, getting back quickly, helping defend. Sagna just seems a bit, well, I wouldn't say slow, but he doesn't seem as with it.
And obviously now, talking about that, January transfer window's open now. What sort of players do we need to bring in to sort of, you know, so that when we go to these away games, we can dominate teams like Southampton?
We need more experienced players. We can't keep buying these new players and trying to build them up to be professional, amazing players. We need to buy some experienced players who can do well and show Arsenal what they're made of, and just bring the Arsenal back to the way it used to be.
I also think maybe not necessarily a new player, but we need a new plan. We need 75 minutes, even early in that 60 minutes when we're losing or we're not winning the game. We need a player that will come on, change the way we play completely as a plan B. Teams are going to go, whoa, hang on, this ain't new. What are we going to do now? Well, just defend how we're going to defend, just try and shock the team, really. I think maybe that's what we're missing, and somebody to come off the bench with that spark. I mean, took Cazorla off for Ramsey, and you know, Ramsey, I don't like slating the players. Ramsey is out of form, and it's unfortunate. You know, Arsenal fans get on his back, and I don't agree with it. But to bring Santi Cazorla off, he had a poor game, but he's the only player that could probably make something of it. But we need a player on the bench there who could come off, create a chance, and we only needed one chance. And you see Giroud get behind, but again, just had two people around him every time he got the ball. So there's just no plan B. But I definitely think we need a bit more defensive. Yeah.
Arsenal Fan TV. Old Bill there, roughing us up. What do you think of the game today?
I don't think it was good enough, to be honest. There's just no one showed any passion apart from Jackie, did they? Jackie Wilshere was on it every minute. Everyone else just didn't really care. It's not good enough.
Why is that? Why they? You know, what's wrong with these sort of games? Reminding me of the Villa game today.
I don't know. Just no passion. No one else really wants to win it apart from Jack. You know, he's the best one out there, and it's just not good enough.
Think we need to bring anyone in? The January transfer window is now open, of course.
I think.
Who would you bring in? What sort of players do you think we need that will give us that oomph in these sort of matches?
I don't know if we need to bring anyone else in, to be honest. I think we just need someone that's going to want to win the game. You know, we need someone that, if they're not playing well, they need to be taken off. 76 minutes is too late to take someone off. That's it. It's just, if Sanya had a pretty bad game today, and you know, he should have been taken off straight away. What's his name? Had a bad game a couple of weeks ago. Ferguson, take him straight off. That's what it should be.
So you honestly don't think we need to bring anybody in? You think with the team that we got there, we can say get top four with the team that we got at the moment?
No, I mean you can always strengthen a team. There's nothing wrong with that. But people need to be told off if they're not playing well, and that's the only problem. We've got a great team, we've got a great squad, but we need people who want to win the game, and we just don't have it.
So would you just say just an off day today? We just got to put it down to that and just move onwards, really? No,
I think there's always a chance to strengthen. You know, hopefully we're looking at Adrian coming in next in this January transfer.
Adrian Lopez.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be amazing, and you know, hopefully he will come in and he'll make a big change. But I think we need a left back. That's going to be the most important signing for us. If we can get someone who's just going to be a better defence for us, then that's going to take us into the top four and hopefully win the league next season.
Alex!
Do that one as well, too, bro. Sorry, pal, look how many are there.
Alex, you sign this, please. Cheers.
Which one? That?
Yes, please.
On this one, please.
Cheers, Alex.
Would you do me a favour?
Oh my God.
Yes. Cheers, Alex.